Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Nethack The Planet. On 6th Street Radio, I'm your host, Dave Clintos on NAO. This is the third video in the Ascension video of a lawful Dwarven Valkyrie, I think it is. We're all the way up to turn 4,139 of, I think, 100 and something thousand. So we've finished the beginning of the game, the opening of the game, if you will, and we're going to kick it up in speed because we got a lot of game to get through. Alright, so we're still in the Gnomish Mines. Let's play it at about 2 times. I think we're just, at this point, running around getting equipment. There's a wand store that could have been useful, but I don't think I found anything important in there. Nothing like a cool wand of death. Sometimes you find those in wand stores, but not very often. Okay, so I've gone down the mines to Minetown. I haven't finished the mines. That wasn't my intention. I just wanted to get to Minetown and get some equipment. Now I believe. Ooh, fighting water moccasins. Oh, that was close. Now I think the next step is to get to Sokoban. So that's down a bunch of levels. Yeah, stashing stuff. Down on level 4. Now in order to find Sokoban, the first thing that you do... Oh, there's a potion shop. I think that came in handy later. Usually, in my games, I don't use very much strategy with the potions. I usually just use those to blank them and make holy water. But if you have the patience, they can be very useful. More gem testing. So anyway, like I was saying, to get to Sokoban, you have to fight your way down to the Oracle, which I can't remember which dungeon levels it is, that he is, she is, whatever it is. But Sokoban is immediately on the level after the Oracle. So it looks like I went back to Minetown, because that's where my largest stash is so far. Working along on that. See, I must have changed my armor somehow, because I have an AC of 2. So my AC went up. You want that to be as low as possible. Oh, there's -3. So I switched my armor, improved my armor there. I keep hitting snakes. When you dip things into the fountain, which is, I'm blanking potions, there's always a chance that bad things will happen, such as summoning a nymph, a bunch of snakes, other things like that. And it doesn't happen too often. I just had it happen to me twice. But I'm pretty strong, level 8, AC of -3, so you can take those. Unless, actually I gotta check, I may have, that may have been where I got Excalibur, because that's an important step. Let me just review that real quick, because Excalibur's kind of cool. You get it just by dipping a longsword, if you're lawful, dipping a longsword into a fountain. And I think that's why I got a bunch of snakes. So let's watch this again. So I just had my pet kill a unicorn. That's always useful if you can do it, because you get a unicorn horn, which is a very useful item. Mandatory, really. It cures sicknesses. Found a tinning kit. fighting an elf. Now, hold on, I just brought up my inventory. Let me check that to see if I've already gotten Excalibur. Yeah, I've already dipped it. Well, I won't find the actual frame. You can go back and step through the video if you really want to. But what you do is starts out as a longsword, and Valkyries I think always start with a longsword, so they can very quickly you dip Excalibur into a fountain multiple times, and it eventually turns into the blessed. Here it is, the blessed rust-proof +1 Excalibur, which is a very powerful weapon. In this game, I use this weapon all the way to the end. So, you know, only 7,000 moves in, and I have my final weapon. It's very powerful and useful. Alright, let's keep going. Speed it up a little. There's another floating eye. I got a lot of floating eyes in this game. I'm just grinding through enemies. That's why they call it Nethack. My pets are strong enough to kill the mimics in there. There's another. I forgot there was 2 potion shops that I ran into in this game. No general stores. I don't think I ran into any general stores except for the ones in Minetown. One in Minetown. Which is usually makes it harder, but it didn't really affect me in this game. I'm walking around both satiated and burdened. It's usually something you try and avoid, but at this point in the game, you don't have much choice. On dungeon level 9. Slaying multiple things. There's the Oracle. Alright, so we found the Oracle. This is actually usually a difficult level, because some tough enemies can be generated on this level, but I'm strong enough to handle them. So the next level, on that downstair, the next upstair should be to Sokoban. There it is. So I found Sokoban. I usually note that dungeon level. And another thing, a mistake I made in this one, I don't normally bring my pets in here because they get really annoying. They get in the way, and you gotta either break boulders or kill them in order to complete the level. So I usually leave them out, but I didn't this time. So you're pushing boulders into the holes. On the first level of Sokoban, there's always 2 scrolls of earth. So you just saw me label those. Even if they're not identified, they're always earth. So the scroll that you pick up, you just label it, call it earth, so that you know which one it is. And just solving the puzzle. First floor is really easy. And I waited for the enemy to get out of the way because, oop, that was pretty low. I'm not sure what that was, but that was a cloud that I didn't have resistance to, so it kind of killed me. This one's a little bit more difficult, but still easy. Just gotta know the pattern, don't lock up any boulders. Make sure to be careful, don't hold down the buttons when you're moving. And I think we're going to stop it at here. We're on the second level of Sokoban. At the end of this one, I forget what the zoo yielded, but we'll find out in a minute. You're watching Nethack The Planet on 6th Street Radio. Make sure to tune in to the next episode.